Hello, hi. Thank you very much for reaching out to HaqDarshak. We are really happy to have gotten your email, and we look forward to how we can collaborate. So I'll hand the starting part over to you, Mr. Arvind, so that you can take us through what we can do.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just give you a background how I came to know about HaqDarshak. So it's very interesting. So Mr. PV Maya, who is our neighbor, he is ex chairperson of ICICI Bank, and he has held very senior positions in State Bank of India as an executive director, and then Canara Bank, etc. So he is currently in Singapore, and I think he was reading an article about Aniket in Straits Times. Straits Times is one of the leading newspapers in Singapore. So
Yes, yes.
he took a cutout and immediately sent it to me. I think it was the day before yesterday, saying, "See, you are doing something similar to what Aniket is doing." I said, "Aniket is doing maybe far much, having far much impact than perhaps what we are doing, because ours is just at a very I would say at a basic level or at the beginners level." And I also want to introduce Mr. Suranarayana Murthy, who is one of our advisors, and it is actually thanks to him that we have taken this initiative forward at Sharda Educational Trust. So I think I've already shared a deck with you when I introduced ourselves. So we have conducted few, I mean, some events, that we have done targeting the hawkers and the people who sell vegetables, especially women and security guards and house helps, etc. We have also we have given them some kind of a workshop on the various government schemes, but it didn't end there. What we did is we tied up with IDBI Bank, and they were kind enough to extend that support to even help them open the Jandan accounts or even apply for various schemes. We have conducted camps along with them, and then we extended this to a group of women from the minority community in a village near Chikkabalapur district, where about 40 women participated. And there the tie-up was with the State Bank of India, because we thought just by giving them gyan, it is not no help just by giving them knowledge. And even they started telling us that a lot of NGOs came in the past. They have given us knowledge about the various schemes, but it ended there. Nobody came to help us, take us to the bank, because the moment we enter a bank, we are driven away. No, they are more interested in not the zero balance account, but accounts that will fetch them returns. So they are not entertained by the bankers. Whenever they enter any bank, nationalized bank, leave alone private banks. So this is what we did. We helped them. Did the handholding. We took the support of the bank. But again, as I said, the initiative is not as extensive as we have wanted to, because of lack of volunteers. Do we wanted to spread this word to many other people, to RWS in Bangalore, where they have a lot of such people who require help. But then the support was not forthcoming from most of them. And when I came across this article and when I read it, I thought, okay, let me try sending an email to you and see what happens and how we can take the help or support from you. Because I've gone through your website, I've seen the good work that you are doing, especially the Haq card, the cards that you give to the people, and how they can derive benefit from various government schemes using just one card like an Aadhaar card. So this is a brief introduction about myself. Maybe I'll ask maybe Mr. Murthy Garu to speak a few words about his own initiatives that he is driving.
Yeah, hi to all. My name is PSN Murthy. I'm based out of Hyderabad. By profession, I'm a banker. By passion, I'm a development professional. I quit my job at the early age of 53, and now I'm fully devoting for my NGO by name Lakshita. I focus on two important aspects. One is education to the underprivileged students. The other one is the financial inclusion, wherein I target this financial literacy, business literacy, digital literacy, women empowerment, and entrepreneurship development. These are my focus areas. And I closely associate with government schools and colleges, universities. I, on my own, go there and take sessions and spread awareness about the schemes, the benefits, everything they have to take it. This I'm doing. This in brief. This is my work, and I am the single man army. I do everything on my own. Thank you, and nice to get connected with you people. And I am eager to hear from you people what exactly you are doing and how you are taking your agenda forward.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
forgot to mention one thing since you have introduced so well, Murthy Garu. I thought I missed out few things. So financial inclusion is not our only offering. So what we do is we go to government schools and we have various programs for them like financial literacy, spoken English. Now we have launched an app to help them called the Sulabh app, and we are now launching Project Sulabh this Saturday, where it's a hybrid kind of a model where a government teacher herself teaches other government school teachers, from different parts of Karnataka, and then we also give them access to an app so that the students the teacher students can then learn English or financial literacy and many other subjects that we want to launch. So this is one of our core, objectives or the core activities. Financial inclusion, as I told you, it happened only thanks to our Murthy Gaur, our advisor, where I spoke to him and he said, "Yeah, we can do this thing." So it was just an offshoot of what we are doing as part of our education-related program. So just wanted to, add this to our introduction.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Murthy sir, and thank you, Mr. Arvind. And we actually were talking about that when we were having the internal discussion about who will take this call forward. We were asking, okay, this is an educational trust. We wonder how you reached into, financial
Yeah.
inclusion because, yeah. So thank you for that. That actually makes it a lot. It's very interesting. When we went through your deck, we could see the similarity between the work that you're doing with financial inclusion and financial literacy and the kind of work HaqDarshak does. Yes, HaqDarshak has a wider range of things that we focus on, but the way we go through the entire process, including the last mile support, that is very, very similar. Including the fact that you call your trained volunteers
Yeah.
Margdarshak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Margadarshak.
So yes. So, what I would like to know before we get into the specifics of Yojana Card and everything is that when you read about Yojana Card and in your email you specifically did mention partnering about Yojana Cards, what was that you had in mind? Like, what was the idea that
Okay.
prompted that?
Okay, so I'll just tell you the challenges that we are facing at the ground level. So, as I told you, we have done one workshop in Bangalore in February 2023, where we had about more than 60 people attending actually. And about 40 women became beneficiaries of Jandan and various schemes. As I told you, we are tied up with IDBI Bank, which is very close to our place, and then they were quite helpful compared to maybe other banks. So that was really kind of them. But then what's happening now is, like, they keep coming and asking us, piecemeal requests, like, I don't have an insurance or PMJ insurance, I don't have this, I don't have that. They keep coming to my wife or coming to us. So I thought, having something like a one-stop shop, that you have a Yojana card. That's what I understand. It's like an Aadhaar card for everything that we have today, for iCard, for identity purpose. So it's something similar where you have a Yojana card and you can make use of, where you can benefit from various schemes. So that's what I thought maybe our beneficiaries could, or rather the people that whom we have approached in Feb 2023 and also subsequently in another town that I mentioned. Perhaps if they get a Yojana card, it could help them, and they don't have to run around for applying for various schemes. It could be a one-stop shop. So that's what my understanding was, in fact.
Okay. Rasika, please do pitch in when you feel the need to. But what I would like to tell you now is how HaqDarshak works and how Yojana Card comes into how we do our work here. Okay? So HaqDarshak was started by Aniket because he realized there are two major gaps on the field, on the ground. Even though we have so many welfare schemes and policies and the money is invested in it, it is not reaching there because of mainly two things. And you already know this. One is the knowledge gap, and the second one is gap to accessing it. And that can be made various reasons. It can be a lot of obstacles that come between a person, a citizen, and accessing the schemes. So based on that, HaqDarshak app is our major product and the eligibility engine that we use. So I will put this on a real story sort of thing in the say, if a citizen is having a need to know what schemes they are eligible to, HaqDarshak, that is one of our field agents, usually rural women, who are trained to use the HaqDarshak app, they will have access to mobile phones, smartphones, and to internet connection. That are the basic things, that's the only basic things that we look for when we are training HaqDarshaks. So a HaqDarshak will reach out to these people. They will use the HaqDarshak app to screen for eligibility. And whatever schemes they are eligible for, they'll be able to inform them that once the screening is done. And based on what they require, and if they want to go forward with application, the HaqDarshaks will do the last mile support from the application till they get the benefit of. If, for example, if it's an insurance scheme, the support won't be till they need to use the insurance, but till they get the insurance card or till the scheme is, approved, sort of thing. So where Yojana Card comes into play is that Yojana Card is a product that HaqDarshak offers. And for that, once a citizen is screened, their profile that is on the HaqDarshak app. And by screening, I mean the HaqDarshaks will ask certain socio-demographic questions. Those questions that are required by the government websites to know what eligibility you are. For example, your community or your annual income, then if you have a girl child or if there was a death in the family, those sort of socioeconomic demographic questions. Once those questions are answered, that is how you know what schemes you are eligible for. So now based on these, on the app, there will be a profile created. And if you are applying for a Yojana Card and the Yojana Card is being issued to this particular person, that profile is linked to the QR code embedded in the Yojana Card. And then the Yojana Card, when you scheme it, and we have different types of Yojana Card. I'm talking about our standard model, which is known as the loyalty Yojana Card. So if you scan that particular one, what you will get through is the QR code will link to the customer profile that is on the HaqDarshak app. And then they will know. Now, since that profile has been linked, they will know what, like you said, Mr. Arvind, that they will come to realize what they are eligible for. And if they are eligible for certain scheme, and they are wanting to go forward with the application of it, they will have customer support and they will have self-service support. Mm-hmm. So we have a chat bot and all of that, like on WhatsApp and on phones and all of that, and that information is also given on the Yojana. And that is how we do this. Just a minute. So this is not an functioning one, but this is something that I had in my hand. So if you notice, you have these numbers and things in the back that helps people access the ground support, like human support, the HaqDarshaks or the HaqDarshak company, which is based on what they are doing at that particular moment, what kind of Yojana Card they are using. So this is how Yojana Cards work. So at the setup, you are doing what, you're manually screening the people. You are then having your HaqDarshaks give the last mile support. So for us to have the Yojana Card functioning, we will have to screen them with the HaqDarshak app. And those technicalities do come in here. So yes, once that is done, Yojana Card does become a one-stop shop for understanding what schemes you are eligible for and all of that. And if you're going for a prepaid Yojana Card, it can also have ATM connected to it. It can have, ATM and the POS connected to it. It has a prepaid wallet connected to it. Mm-hmm. And we also have a debit Yojana Card. We have tied up with We have tied up with. Okay. I'm trying to show you my screen so that doesn't work. I don't know.
Yeah, so we have tied up with MasterCard and a number of other organizations to sort of take this debit card version of it ahead. But for the Yojana Card, the one that Neeraja just showed, which is a card that captures the QR code in a profile, QR code captures the profile of a citizen who has been screened on the app. For that, we've actually done a number of pilots across the country. For all our direct interventions now, wherever we work with our partners, we pitch the Yojana card, and which of course comes at a slightly additional cost, but is a huge success given the fact that there is someone, like you said, right, Mr. Arvind, initially, that there is something that sort of keeps the entire process together. That Yojana card then gives us that access to the profile of the citizen and that touch point that, okay, this citizen has already been screened in the past and we have their details with us, and that now they are looking at a step forward, which is application support. The only thing with our Yojana cards right now is that we might not immediately have a person who can service the citizen in that vicinity, right? Given the fact that it's not like a omnipresent network of agents that we have. So that is something that we're still figuring out, how we service that citizen who sort of raises a request for application support. But otherwise, the purpose of the Yojana card is to have that sort of validation and sort of touch point for us to go ahead and service the citizen again. And for them also to have that confidence that for anything related to welfare schemes, services, documents, I have this one institution or organization that I can go to who will support me in whatever way they can.
So at the moment, are you looking for HaqDarshaks to be recruited in, say, in Bangalore or something like that, or is it that you want to approach NGOs directly like us and then give your Yojana cards to us to be distributed to others? So what is the
Right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Arvind, we are a for-profit social enterprise. We are a private limited company, right? So for us to put our feet on the street, to put our, sort of get activities going, we need funding support. That's what we get with sponsoring organizations or CSRs, philanthropies, etc. So we work with JSW Foundation, Godrej Foundation, etc. And when we work with these organizations, they have very specific asks in terms of wanting us to reach out to a particular geography, a particular community, etc. And we address, we sort of meet their requests by then deploying our resources and mobilizing field agents in these particular geographies.
Got it. Yeah.
So if they tell us that we have these we've worked with JSW Foundation, where we've worked with them across states. In Maharashtra, we've worked with them in 6 districts. And these districts are where they essentially had their plants, their factories. And they wanted us to reach out to communities who are nearby these factories. So then we went into these communities and identified HaqDarshaks from these communities. Trained them and then sort of, serviced the communities around. That said, we also work with NGOs and organizations like yourselves who have a cadre and who we train as HaqDarshaks at a cost, right? Who we then train on how to use the app, we also give the licensing of the app, so we can give you the app subscription. To which a HaqDarshak can sort of subscribe and then use that platform to screen citizens and take that forward. So that is something that we can do at a cost, of course. So those are a few models that we have: the direct intervention model, the training model. Now, with the Yojana card in picture, we apply this Yojana card to all sorts of models. So if we train you and you have that sort of requisition that we need to distribute 100, 200 Yojana cards, we print them accordingly and distribute it to the HaqDarshaks, who will then, of course, link the QR code to the Yojana card in real time. Once they've received it. So that's how it is. Yeah.
So these HaqDarshaks are paid employees, or how is it? Are they paid by you, or how is it that it works?
So in the direct, sorry, Neeraja.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Rasika.
Yeah, okay. So HaqDarshaks, it depends on the model that we have. So in the direct intervention model, the funder usually covers the entire program, right? So in that model, we pay the HaqDarshaks based on the applications that they undertake. So it's incentive-based model, where if you do like 4 applications, you get X amount. to incentivize them.
Okay.
In the training model, it is a livelihood model in that case, where we are giving you the weapon, we are giving you the tools to sort of go ahead and do it on the field, but then you have to sort of charge the citizen to take that to give them that service. So we look at HaqDarshaks as service providers, right? Not volunteers. They are,
Okay.
we
Okay.
don't look at them as someone who will do it for free. They are someone who is providing their service. They are putting in the effort to sort of facilitate that scheme linkage, right?
Okay.
For that, they need to then get remunerated either from us or from the citizen who they are supporting with the application.
Okay. And what is the cost of a card, the Yojana card?
So typically we right now are sort of retailing it at 150 rupees for a Yojana card, which then includes a screening, of course, of the citizen, and then is that QR code is sort of mapped to the screening.
Okay. This 150 is one-time fee or
It's a one-time fee for the Yojana card.
for the Yojana card? Okay.
But if you then require application support, that will have another fee. Because again, that will depend on what kind of scheme application you need the support for, right? It could be complicated. It could be very simple.
Okay.
So depending on that, you then pay the amount.
Okay. Now, why I was asking is a lot of these maid servants, etc., or the street hawkers who come to us, they always say that they this agent, that agent, they charge 5,000, 6,000 and all. I don't think they would mind paying 150 or whatever the fee is, to get genuine service from you.
Yeah.
Rather than paying 5,000 through touts, and they cheat them. Most of them cheat them actually.
Yes.
They don't give them the service.
We are aware.
Yeah.
So the objective of HaqDarshak, in fact, when Aniket initially thought of the idea, was this, to sort of remove the touts.
Correct. Yeah.
And the agents who needlessly charge a commission.
Yes.
Without really, even delivering what they have promised.
Yeah. Now, I will go into specific now. Now, for example, if if there's a girl, somebody like a college girl who is not finding a job, okay, which is very common in this place, and if we identify her as an HaqDarshak, and who will be, of course, she will also get a commission, based on number of beneficiaries she will get. So, will that girl, will be part of your this thing where you will pay her directly, or you will expect NGOs like us to pay? So that is the model I wanted to know, so that we can start spreading the word with a couple of college girls who are interested to become HaqDarshaks.
Yeah. No, we won't be paying her directly, Mr. Arvind, because only when we have a sponsor who is sort of wanting to work in that area and we take her on as a HaqDarshak, then we will pay her based on the application she's undertaking, which is, she's helping us meet the targets that we've promised to the funder.
Okay. I got it now. Yeah, that's why I was digging deep into this. So what I'll just give an illustration now. Suppose we identify a girl who is not getting a job or who wants to earn some money. So what she can become a HaqDarshak. But then she will earn her whatever the commission or money based on the number of cards she gives to the beneficiaries. I mean the street hawkers. Right?
No. She will earn her income based on the application services that she's rendering. So, for example, if I am that girl who is becoming a HaqDarshak, now I have subscribed to the HaqDarshak app. I am paying a monthly subscription fee to the HaqDarshak app, and then I have access to the app. Now I will. Just
if I am someone who needs,
give me 1 second. My baby seems to be in stress. I'll just come back in 2 minutes.
No problem. Neeraja can take over. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Yeah. So if like Rasika is a HaqDarshak and I am someone who's interested in getting the screening done, then Rasika will come to me and she is using the HaqDarshak app that she has a subscription to. So I won't have access to the app, but she will ask me the questions on the app and then fill out my profile, do the screening. The app will do the screening and then let me know what schemes I'm eligible for. And now if I want to apply for something, and Rasika helps me apply for that, then she will get her fees based on that. Like I will be paying her to get my application done. Yes. So that's how it is. So the citizen is sort of, paying the HaqDarshak.
Yeah, correct.
So it is an entrepreneurial model in itself.
But then do we have to pay something to you to empower the college student? I mean, to
Yes,
in this
so
example,
that's
Rasika.
where the training support comes in,
Uh-huh. So is that
right?
is there a cost involved in providing training to that college girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So what we can do is Neeraja will share with you one deck where the app platform licensing deck,
Uh-huh.
which is a model that we largely do with NGOs only. There's a training fee for each candidate, and then there's an app subscription fee.
Okay.
So we have a minimum period of 6 months, and we need minimum 5 candidates to take up that virtual training program, where we train a candidate end to end on how to use the HaqDarshak app, how to do the applications, and then how to become an entrepreneur, self-sustaining entrepreneur,
Yeah.
basically.
So is there a criteria for choosing such a volunteer or such a HaqDarshak? What is the criteria?
One basic criteria is that they should have an Android phone where
Okay.
they can, download the app.
Correct.
Other than that, it is, they should have basic fluency in the language
Correct.
that is used in the community
Correct.
there,
Yeah.
and reading writing fluency, that is.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the basic things.
Yeah.
So
So
we will actually share with you the deck which will have
yeah.
all these details in
Okay.
terms of what are the criterias,
Okay.
how can this model be implemented, what sort of training do we impart in those in that amount that we will be sort of quoting.
Okay.
So yeah, I will have to take your leave.
No problem. Yeah.
Let Neeraja continue.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
does she
All
have
right.
to? Sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Rasika, for all your for your support and
Thank you, Rasika. Very interesting.
So does the HaqDarshak need to know English to get trained, or because if she knows only Kannada, for example, I'm just asking you this question based on the profile of students who normally come in, they hardly know English. That's a sad thing, and that's the reason why we have this spoken English for college students
So we
and
actually
teachers.
have our HaqDarshak app in 11 languages.
Oh, okay.
So we don't need any, sort of
Yeah, I mean
English.
the training that you give, you may be giving them training. Is it in English or in the local languages?
No, we'll give it in Kannada.
Oh, okay, excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Rasika. I think please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. So
Thank you.
she has explained, both of you. Yeah, you have explained quite well. Now I'm very clear. I'm asking a lot of questions, but this is to.
But that is what we like.
Yeah.
I mean, I am basically a researcher, so asking questions is part of my livelihood and life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, because what I was
I
looking
welcome.
at is there are a lot of these girls, they don't get a job. You know why? They don't know English. That's the reason why we have launched spoken English for college students, even for government school teachers, even English teachers, government schools, they can't speak English. That's very sad. So our courses are meant to empower these teachers, these college students for their better, future, to get a job, or for the school teachers to make their students much more, efficient. But then the questions I was trying to ask is we come across a lot of these college girls who are not getting a job. Only reason being they can't speak English. Okay, so whether we can look at them as entrepreneurs who if you tell them that you become a HaqDarshak, the NGO will pay or they'll pay. We'll have to see that for the training, and then they take over, and then they make money from the beneficiaries, from the street vendors who want to come and seek support, right?
So our training and livelihood program, that's one of the programs that we do give. We also have digital and financial literacy programs and different things. But this HaqDarshak mainly focuses on rural women.
Okay.
To give them means of livelihood at their convenience, at their choice. They can earn when they can, when they want to, and how much they want. So this is more along the lines. This is actually what we call digital rural entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So the HaqDarshaks who are trained and who are out in the field,
Okay.
We are not banning anybody else from joining HaqDarshak, of course not. But the focus was
I got it.
women,
No, even that. Similarly, our focus is rural education, rural. But then I said when we launched that the financial inclusion program in Feb 2023, it was targeted at urban. So a lot of people started asking me that your NGO focuses on rural. Why is it that you? Of course, it was close to our house, so we did that, and it was a pilot. So we chose something, a location which was closer, and the people whom we knew, so that the program is successful. So that's why we got 60 people there, no, in the when we conducted the workshop in a park, in a nearby park that we conducted. So we made an exception for these urban beneficiaries. But what we realized, I was talking to our Murthy Garu also, that more than rural, no, the urban people require help. You know why? Because in rural areas, there are a lot of NGOs who go there and help them. But in urban areas, there is no NGO which is focusing on financial inclusion. Very sad, actually. I tried to do that through RWAs and all. I failed. I failed very badly. Last 1 year, I've been trying. I've been pitching to a lot of RWAs, resident welfare associations in Bangalore, but no one is willing to take up the responsibility. Then what I thought is, through HaqDarshak, that idea came to my mind. Of course, we'll also focus on rural. There are a lot of women, girls, and who are unemployed in rural areas also. But then I think the need is more in urban areas. To be very honest, that's what I realized. So you don't have any objection to?
No,
Okay.
When we started out, this was a way of bringing up entrepreneurship for rural women, and we are talking about all of India.
Okay.
HaqDarshak has been active in 2016. So, especially in states like Maharashtra and Karnataka, when we go out to the outer districts, this actually does work on a larger
Right.
model.
Yeah.
But we do have programs here in Bangalore, like we do run programs here in Bangalore. And anybody who is interested to become a HaqDarshak can become a HaqDarshak.
Okay.
But since we have these training workshops, and we conduct them virtually now, because
Correct.
what with all the
Correct.
pandemic and post-pandemic and all of that, and all the infrastructure and connectivity things that have improved, and access has also improved to better than before. So all of it taken into granted, it and to cut down costs. That's also a thing.
Okay.
We have it
yeah.
on.
Yeah. You conduct this. You are based out of Bangalore, right?
Yes, I am based in Bangalore, which is why I'm talking to you. I am in Bangalore right now.
Okay.
We do have an office in Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Yes.
Okay. Where is it located?
JP Nagar, second phase.
Oh, not far from where we are. I'm in Basongudi, near Jayanagar.
Okay.
Yeah. So, other than Kannada, do you also offer in Marathi? Because we have few this thing in
Yes.
Maharashtra as well.
Yes.
In Marathi also. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have 11 languages. The app itself has 11
No, I mean the
languages.
training, the online training that you said.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
Okay.
course. All
Okay.
our people who do the training, they will train in Marathi, they will train in
In-
Kannada. Wherever we are conducting the workshops, like whichever targeted audience we have,
Okay.
we will try to make sure that
Okay,
someone speaks the local language.
Yeah. I think I've asked you a lot of questions and I've got all the answers to my questions. So Murthy Garu may be wanting to ask if Telugu is provided, right?
First of all, very interesting. Great work. See, me and Arvind Garu, we keep used to discuss, because I used to harp upon, not now, that there are 24,000 handholding agencies in India whose details are available on the website. And I used to keep on telling Arvind Garu also that make use of it, but he had a very bad experience.
Yeah.
Anything given free of cost, nothing. It won't work. That is myself and Arvind Garu, we both experienced it, and we have decided that nothing should be provided free. What you are doing is correctly charge minimum the rates, but the rates also should be bare minimum, that which you are doing 150 is nothing. And definitely I'm very happy. Only I want to have this one. What is the impact you have created? How many people got benefited? Can you throw some light on that?
Definitely, I can. And I have my numbers right here. And just in
Yeah,
case.
with the timelines, what is happening, as was mentioned in the initial, this one, providing awareness programs, everybody is doing. Creating awareness on social schemes, everything. There is huge knowledge, huge database available. Disseminating that information is being done even by Sharda Education Trust and myself also. The important point which is lacking is hand-holding, which you people are doing. That is what I want to understand, because if in urban areas, whenever I board a taxi, the first question I'll ask the taxi driver whether you have the insurance scheme. 99% of the people will say they are not aware. Very, very unfortunate. So much beautiful scheme, insurance, both the schemes are there, but information is not passing. And when the moment I tell that, they will tell, sir, go jayega sir bank. They have that, they feel very shy, and they have that awareness, they won't go. They won't go, band karke kaun jayega sir, taxi band karke jana padega. Then they will ask this document, that document, they will ask to come next day. Many things are there. But this app and this Yojana Card, That's why I want to understand what is the impact and what is the timelines you are able to meet to give
So
that benefit.
we have been active for 8 years now.
Hmm.
I mean, Aniket started and had pilot runs and getting to know the ground reality and all of that. Other than that, we have been up and running for 8 years now, since 2016.
Oh.
And since 2016, geographically, we've reached over 26 states, 5 union territories. We have reached 713 districts. Now, if we are talking about, we have gone to over almost 11,000 villages already in 8 years. And, from the starting and to 8 years to get this much, it was exponential. It is not equally divided, but it has been a steady, progressive growth. We have had almost 19,000 plus crore benefits unlocked in welfare schemes. We have almost 8 million plus citizens reached, and we have almost 70,000, like 69,720 micro businesses reached. Almost 7 million applications have been facilitated in 8 years. And around 12 lakh individuals have been trained in digital and financial literacy in a year. That's not over 8 years, in a year. That is almost 11 and a half lakhs per year. And we have around 40,000 HaqDarshaks who are trained, which around 4,000 to 5,000, 3,000 to 5,000 is definitely there. There have been extreme outliers where somebody earned around 25,000. That was dependent on where they were from and how much they were doing it full time. All of that. So, yes. So, but on an average, let's say 4,000 is a safe bet for any HaqDarshak.
Any disclaimers you have? Any disclaimers you take because they will be taking the social schemes. Any bribes these people they take if you have come across, how you avoid such things?
So they can always reach out to HaqDarshak itself. They have this. So that is one thing where if they are going into the field, like Rasika was saying, we do have certain gaps that we are trying to fill. But basically, the people who come for HaqDarshak training and they're doing it, they work within their own community. So the social relationship and interpersonal relationship that comes into play, that itself is a huge deterring factor. That's something that we try to bank on. Because that is why language is also important. When you're working in your own community and you know them through social relationships, even if they are not family, then that does work. So other than that, we do have certain things where our information is disseminated to these people, like this is what is happening. And we also have, if you have a Yojana card, you have the chatbot help and all of that. So you can reach out. But not every applicant has a Yojana card. I would like to stress upon that. Yes, Yojana card is definitely something that is very useful to anyone who is doing the screening. Even if it's not the prepaid or the debit Yojana card, just the loyalty Yojana card where you can have access to the screening that you went through is always a good thing. But you have to ask for it. You will be told that you can have it, but you have to ask for it. And HaqDarshak selling these Yojana cards is another form of income for them. So they would push it, but only if they want it will they get it. It does not come as part of the screening process.
Without card also they can avail the benefits.
Yes.
Good.
But it is better to have the card, I think, so that the card also helps them. So it's like a database, that is all the profile is captured. So I think it is better to have the card. It looks like.
It is. It is always better to have the card because you have a physical proof of that. Or else if you have made a profile also, if you reach out to HaqDarshak and you can say that, okay, this is my profile, this is my information, and you put it up, you can find your profile on the platform. That is different. But having a card makes it easier for the person to access their profile and things like that. That just proves that, you have this.
Yeah. And you cover all the government schemes, right from Jandan to PMJ,
we have over 7,000 plus schemes input on the app, and this comes out in 11 languages. So Kannada, Telugu, Marathi, and then Hindi, of course, English. So we do have it, and we also have some private schemes, but that is dependent on the project that we are doing. For example, if a particular corporate is doing something and they have private schemes available to them, then that also becomes part of the program.
What about the state government schemes also?
So yes, definitely. It's not
Okay.
just the central government.
Okay.
So there are certain, what do you say? There are certain technicalities. For example, with a lot of migrant workers nowadays of all sectors, white, blue, unorganized, organized, all of that. If you are in a state that is not your own, accessing the schemes of the domicile state might not be possible. So what HaqDarshak would do is access the central schemes, and most of our insurance and Jandan and Prime Minister Bima Yojana, all of that is central. So the most important or basic ones that are very crucial, like insurance or health card and all of that is central. So anyone anywhere can access it. But if you are someone who are from the state, holds a ration card of that state and all of that, the government technicalities are fulfilled, then definitely the app can be used to screen your eligibility for that aspect.
Okay.
So that is one of the questions they are asked, like, do you have a ration card of the state? Where do you live? Is this your domicile? That sort of questions. These are the questions that the HaqDarshak app asks.
Okay. So they have to have an Aadhaar card, for registration, in short.
Oh no, but applying for an Aadhaar card is also something that we can help with.
Oh, no, I'm saying to become a recipient of your, they need to have an Aadhaar card, right? To have a card for the profile. For the profile.
For the HaqDarshak
Yeah,
app.
yeah.
No. Because sometimes people do not have Aadhaar card.
Oh,
we also do documentation help.
Okay.
Getting the Aadhaar card is something that we also help.
Oh, that is also covered.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good.
One question: in case somebody is interested in insurance scheme, okay, you will help him or she to fill up the application form once it is submitted, and till they get covered everything, you will handhold them.
Everything. So that is what I was explaining when I was explaining.
That is what I want. Yes, correct.
Insurance benefit unlocking, they'll have to have something. Hopefully, touch wood, no, but God forbid. But if that, till then, we will not wait till they need to use the insurance. But once their application is approved, once they are given an insurance card or a form, their insurance details are given to them. Till that happens, the last mile support is done.
Okay.
Now, if
I'm sorry? Mudra Yojana, then PM Swanidhi Yojana, whether these schemes are also covered?
Yes. Most of the major insurance streams, regional insurance streams are covered with that company.
Even loans, Mudra loans also, no?
Mudra loans?
I am not very sure. I will have to check on our schemes list. I'll have to check that. Because again, we have, in some states we are able to, in some states we are not because of the technicality. So I can get you more information on that if you require. Because so many schemes are covered. Sometimes we might remember it from one particular state. So I don't want to rely on my memory on that when I am giving you this information.
Correct.
But yes, we try to cover most of the insurance schemes.
Anyway, so I don't have any more questions, but we will look forward to your the PPT deck that you are going to share along with
I will definitely.
the license costing.
Only one question I have. Whether your app will have the scheme details in case somebody wants to run through the scheme, whether the scheme updated details will be available.
So our backbone is our eligibility engine. So if we don't make the scheme details available, so the thing is, all government website schemes are up there, but you have to go to each individual one to check if you are eligible for this particular thing or not. So what HaqDarshak app makes it easy is that you get into the app, you input your details into it, and then the app will tell you these are the schemes you are eligible for.
Fantastic. Okay. Got it.
And in all 11 languages. That's the advantage actually.
Yeah. I mean, we are trying to address that gap. I mean, like you said, I know because I grew up speaking multiple languages and English was one of them. That is one reason why I am sitting here with a job talking to you, right? I went to a college.
Any competitors for you?
Huh?
Any competitors for you?
For this job?
No.
No,
competitors for your organization.
App.
HaqDarshak, not yet. I mean, it's not, like you said, it's not a very looked at area. And our tech is so IP protected, trademark protected and all of that. And it took quite a lot of like-minded people to come together to get this up and running. That's one thing that I'm a very recent joinee at HaqDarshak, and I really love working here. I'm a sociologist by training and all of it. So I really love
whether you people came into the focus of Government of India, Modi's this one, whether they are aware about that you people are doing this work?
Yes. Aniket was given an award and all of that, not by the government, but Entrepreneur of the Year, Social Entrepreneur of the Year in 2022 and all of that. So yes, we are getting out there, we are known, but we don't work along with the government yet, but we work with the schemes the government makes available. We're just doing the last mile support.
Yeah. I think one way it is good, if you ask me.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think one way it is good actually that you have decided to be a little independent of the government body, because the moment you start, there are a lot of bureaucratic and other challenges that you will face if you are part of the government.
They will hijack you. They will hijack you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
so it's a good decision Aniket has taken on this. Yeah. Anyway, So thanks a lot, Neeraja, and so once I get your deck, once both of us, you share with both of us, is on email.
Yes.
So then we'll see. Then the first thing that we have to do is maybe identify somebody from rural and urban both. I think more from urban, because they need the most here, is what I feel, and then empower them to become HaqDarshaks, and also. They have to then support the ultimate beneficiaries, the hawkers and the housemaids or the security guards, and so many people actually who can benefit from your schemes, from the government schemes, I mean, and benefit from your app. Yeah.
So I'll just give you one thing, that the training program has to be for like 6 months. That is, we are not talking about the training program being for 6 months. I'm talking about the app licensing. The subscription is paid for 6 months. And that is covered by the training piece. You don't have to pay separately for that, I think. And then once that 6 months is up, they'll have to renew the subscription.
Okay.
That does not come under the initial fee.
Okay. And this training will be held in batch. I'm sure it will not be one-on-one, right? It will be in a batch.
It won't be. We need at least 5. For a training session to happen, we need at least 5 people.
5 people, yeah.
And it will be online right now to cut down costs.
Yeah.
So that is how we have planned it. We can go up to a larger number, but minimum is 5.
Yeah. So all these details, all the details will be in the deck.
All of this will be in the app and licensing deck. That's the licensing part. If we are talking about the HaqDarshak getting access to the app based on a subscription basis. I just wanted to make that clear before you get the deck.
Yeah. Subscription. Okay.
Thank you, Neeraja. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for
very interesting. Nice to know the good work you people are doing.
Correct.
Keep it up.
And nice to know that I was very intrigued by your work at Sharda Educational Trust. We were like, okay, this is really great. And I was really intrigued by how you named them
Margdarsha. Of course, we are now using it for other programs also. Mentorship program also, we have called it Margdarshak. But initially we gave this name for volunteers. But as I said, we failed very badly. I tried my best. I tried reaching out to different volunteering organizations, even senior citizen groups. Because somebody said, the bankers who have retired, they have enough time on their hand to do this, but then no, they're happy enjoying their life, going on holidays, but nobody was interested to become Margdarshak. So I think with this model where we empower college girls or young students, who have to earn money and they have that urge, to do something more. I think they are the right people who can take the initiative forward, rather than look for volunteers who may say, okay, mera kya, what do I get? That is a question I keep hearing.
So there is another option that I just wanted to. So this is something that I am floating from my side, and that's a possibility. For example, if we have a trained HaqDarshak college girls around Bangalore, and we are coming across a project, and we are looking for HaqDarshaks to do certain work as part of that project, they can become part of it. It's not that they have to be independent. Once they are HaqDarshaks, they are part of the network of HaqDarshaks. They can do it independently on their own to earn money.
Yeah.
And they can, because they are paying subscription to HaqDarshak, and if something comes along where they are located, they will be asking, we'll reach out to them asking, okay, would you be interested in doing this? And that was also a possibility.
Correct.
But that is very dependent on if a project comes, where a project comes, and all of that.
Okay, then do you have HaqDarshaks in Bangalore? I mean, the women or in Bangalore city you have, or it's all in the rural areas currently?
No. We definitely have people in different parts of Bangalore. We
Oh,
have,
okay,
because
okay.
I know this because we were talking about with some other NGOs about
Uh-huh.
training
Okay,
their employees and
okay,
their associates and things
okay.
like that. It's not that we will only focus on rural.
Uh-huh.
When
Okay.
we were talking about it, we were trying to make it more accessible in rural areas.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, got it. So more we continue, I think more questions will pop up. I think we'll we'll end the
Yes.
session and thanks a lot, and we look forward to your the presentation deck.
I
Yeah,
will send it over
yeah,
immediately.
and then we'll internally discuss and see how to go because I also need to identify a few of them who can become HaqDarshaks. If need be, we can even sponsor them because I don't think they will have money to pay for the training, etc. No, so we may have to sponsor their training cost and then leave them to earn their money, earn their livelihood or whatever, or as a pocket money also. It's not just livelihood, which can help them for their studies. Because this can be done part time.
Part-time
Yeah,
jobs.
part time. Yeah,
Yes.
it need not be full time. It can be part time after
This
college
is meant
hours.
to be,
Yeah,
people can choose to make it part-time,
yeah,
but initially it is meant to be full-time.
full. Yeah,
Initially it is meant to be part-time.
part time. Yeah,
If they choose to, they can do it full-time.
sure.
That's it.
Yeah, thanks a lot once again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Neeraja. Take care.
Bye.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye.